A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic turn of events, Senate Republicans have introduced sweeping revisions to President Donald Trump's ambitious $1.2 trillion energy bill, leaving clean energy developers reeling. The amendments, which were unveiled just before a crucial floor debate, significantly alter the landscape for renewable energy projects across the country. With nearly $360 billion in clean energy tax credits at stake, the implications of these changes are profound and far-reaching. The revisions include slashing tax incentives for wind and solar energy, introducing a new excise tax on imported Chinese energy components, and shifting eligibility criteria from project start dates to in-service dates. This sudden pivot threatens to upend financing models that many in the renewable sector have relied upon. Under the new Senate version of the bill, production tax credits for wind and solar will now expire 5 years earlier than originally planned, on December 31, 2027. Projects that fail to achieve full operational status by this deadline will lose access to these credits, regardless of prior investments or construction progress. Industry executives are expressing grave concerns about the potential fallout from these changes. The introduction of a 10% excise tax on clean energy equipment that contains Chinese-origin critical minerals, such as lithium, cobalt, and rare earth elements, has raised alarms, particularly among battery storage manufacturers. Tesla CEO Elon Musk, whose Nevada battery plants depend on a mixture of U.S. and Chinese components, condemned the bill as utterly insane and destructive, warning that it could lead to the loss of millions of jobs in the clean energy sector. The swift passage of the bill, which advanced in a procedural vote with a narrow 51-49 margin, has left many in the clean energy community scrambling to adapt. One executive described the revisions as a complete surprise that blindsided the entire sector. Despite some dissent within the Republican Party and ongoing negotiations over Medicaid, the Senate is pushing forward with the bill, aiming for a final vote within 72 hours to meet the July 4th deadline set by Trump. This latest controversy surrounding the energy provisions of the bill is just one aspect of a broader and increasingly contentious debate. The bill has reportedly ballooned by nearly $1 trillion since it was first introduced, drawing scrutiny not only for its energy policies but also for its overall cost implications. A recent nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office assessment indicated that the revised legislation could add at least $3.3 trillion to the national debt, a figure that does not account for additional interest costs. As the Senate grapples with the final stages of this legislative process, the energy provisions have become a focal point of contention. While the bill includes new support for fossil fuels, such as classifying coal as a critical mineral eligible for government manufacturing credits, clean energy advocates are voicing their discontent louder than ever. Trump himself has defended the inclusion of fossil fuel incentives, labeling solar energy projects as ugly as hell during a recent interview. The tension between fossil fuel advocates and clean energy proponents is palpable as the Senate prepares for what may be a contentious final vote. With the clock ticking and the stakes higher than ever, the outcome of this legislation could have lasting ramifications for the future of energy in America. As the clean energy sector braces for impact, industry leaders are calling for a reevaluation of the bill's provisions to ensure a balanced approach that supports both renewable initiatives and economic growth. In the coming days, all eyes will be on the Senate as the debate unfolds. The implications of this legislation are not just political. They directly affect the livelihoods of countless workers in the energy sector and the broader goals of transitioning to a sustainable energy future. As we await the final vote, the question remains, will the Senate prioritize the industries of the past, or will it pave the way for a cleaner, more sustainable future? The answer could redefine America's energy landscape for years to come. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.